mentioned about buying gold earlier, how this comes to the end product. A couple of my YouTube, one of my posts I put on there, what I've done in the past 10 years. I've been buying gold, then went to alluvial mining, did that for a while. But the trick to buy gold is there's two different aspects of buying gold. First, when you're in New Guinea or any third world country, people do sell you raw gold. Now, they don't melt it. Now, that raw form of gold they put in your hand could be alluvial or and dust form or nuggets. Now, all gold come with a different percentage. And from experienced gold buyers, you can just tell what the purity is just by looking at it. But if you do not know what you're doing, the best option for you to do is to melt the gold before you buy it. And then also, it's what we call an assay. You can do a fire assay, or there's a very special gun. It's a laser gun. It's used to tell you the specific weight gravity of the gold, the purity. Now we've got different sort of percentage. So when you're buying gold, you have little room for error. So when you're buying gold, you got to look. Firstly, you get let's say you get the raw gold in your hand. You've got 100 kilos. Now that 100 kilos, 100 grams. Now that 100 grams, it could be 80% pure when melted. So you have like a 20% weight loss when melted. Now, proper gold merchants, they don't buy raw gold. They melt it, and then they smelt it, and then they assay it, and they pay you just on the purity. And that's what the world market pays for, the purity of the gold. So in buying gold, you got to be very careful. If you're buying gold that's very dirty and there's a lot of waste on it, now when they melt it, it comes out, let's say that 100 grams that you spent 10,000 kina on comes down to 80 grams. Now, based on that 80 grams, just say it's 50% gold. Now you're left with 40 grams fine gold. Now, if you paid too much for that gold, now you've just made a loss, because no one in the world is going to pay you what New York's offering, what the spot price is. So it's a very tricky game in buying gold. I wouldn't recommend it to everyone. If you know someone that's bought gold in the past, you follow him and get advice from experienced gold buyers. I've seen a lot of businessmen think it's so easy, so they jump in and they throw all this money and they lose out. I mean, margins for error. Let's say 1 kilo of gold. This is what 1 kilo of gold looks like. 1 kilo of gold looks similar to this. It's a small bar. Now that may cost you, in today's market prices, it's about 100,000 kina. In dollars, it's probably like $32,000. Now, if you mark up on the percentage and then the weight loss, you're just gonna lose, say, 20 to 30,000. I know I've lost over 80 to 90,000 kina in buying gold, and I've learned the hard way. So, in closing, if you don't know how to buy gold, don't buy gold. If you want to learn how to buy gold, feel free to inbox me on my on this YouTube page, or either go on my WhatsApp. It's 722-80528, and I'm really or my page on Facebook. Just ask me your questions. I'm more than willing to shoot off an answer to answer your questions on how to buy gold. Again, it's not easy, so if you don't know what you're doing, don't do it. Okay, how do I close this? Bye.